Welcome to General Mathematics class. I am your teacher, Teacher Juliet B. And our topic for today is about solving rational equations and inequalities. Solving rational equations and inequalities. In this lesson, you shall explore more about solving rational equations and inequalities by carefully studying the step-by-step methods of solutions. You will first start from the easiest procedures in solving this type of equation, and as you progress, you will learn more techniques and concepts that will help you to solve more complex problems related to these topics. Exercises will range from the simplest problems to the most complex. To start with, let us have a review. How do you solve algebraic expressions? What are the terms and the different properties you need to apply to solve problems involving rational equations and inequalities? For us to begin, you need to recall some properties and processes to simplify rational expressions by answering the following problems below. So, number 1, let us simplify the given rational expression. X minus 2 all over x squared minus 4. The second is to multiply the given rational expressions. 3x plus 1 all over x squared minus 1 times x squared, x plus 1 over 3x squared plus x. Number 3, find the sum of the given rational expressions with like denominators. 5x minus 1 all over x minus 8 plus 3x plus 4 all over x minus 8. And number 4, find the difference of the given rational expressions with unlike denominators. The given is 6x squared over x squared minus 4 minus 2 all over x squared minus 5x plus 6. Let us have the solution of each number. To simplify the rational expression, you can do the following steps. Recall that the given in number 1 is x minus 2 all over x squared minus 4. The first step is to factor the denominator of the rational expression. Since the numerator is not factorable, just copy it. We have x minus 2 over the factored form of the denominator x squared minus 4. Its factors are x minus 2 and x plus 2. After determining the factors, the second step is to cancel the common factor. Other term for cancellation is to divide the common factors. X minus 2 divided by x minus 2 will give us 1. So with that, this will be 1, and what we have in the numerator is 1. What's left is number 3. Write the simplified rational expression. So the final answer will be 1 over x plus 2. This is now the simplified rational expression. For number 2, to multiply rational expressions, you can do the following steps. Again, the given is 3x plus 1 all over x squared minus 1 times x plus 1 all over 3x squared plus 1. First is to factor out all possible common factors. The numerator is not factorable, so we will just write it. The denominator is factorable and its factors are x plus 1 times x minus 1 times, since the operation is to multiply. Then x plus 1 will be copied, and then the factors of 3x squared plus x by common monomial factor is x times 3x plus 1. We now have the factored form of the given. After having the factored form, we can now proceed to step number 2. Multiply the numerators and denominators. So we'll just simply multiply numerators. So we have 3x plus 1 times x plus 1. So we have here in the denominator. The same with the denominators. We have x plus 1, x minus 1 times x times 3x plus 1. Okay, so we are done with step number 2. After that, we will now divide terms in the numerator over terms at the denominator, those that can be divided. So as you can see, 3x plus 1 divided by 3x plus 1 is 1. There's 1. Another, x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 is again 1. So what we have in the numerator is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Over what's left in the denominators are x times x minus 1. This is now the simplified rational expression. Number 3. To add and subtract rational expressions with like denominators, you can do the following step. The given is 5x minus 1 all over x minus 8 plus 3x plus 4 all over x minus 8. Take note that we have like denominators. And for us to perform the operation, let us have the step number 1. The numerators of both expressions and keeping the common denominator. Meaning, since they have the same denominator, let us just copy the denominator and simply add the numerators. That's why we have 5x minus 1, we have here 5x minus 1 plus 3x plus 4, then 3x plus 4. So we are done with step number 1. Step number 2 is to combine like terms in the numerator. When we say like terms, these are terms that are similar. These are expressions or terms having the same variable with the same exponent. 5x and 3x are like terms, so we can simply combine them, putting them together. Plus the constant, plus 4 minus 1. Take note that we just interchange them. We do not change any sign. We just change their position for us to determine like terms and to be added later on. So 5x and 3x, since like terms, we can add them and this will give us 8x. And positive 4 minus 1 will give us positive 3. So we have the simplest form of the numerator is 8x plus 3, and then copying the denominator will give us over x minus 8. This is now the simplified form of the rational expression. Number 4 is to add and subtract rational expressions with unlike denominators. For us to subtract or to add rational expressions with unlike denominators, let us follow the given step. Number 1, factor the denominator of each fraction to help find the LCD. So we will factor out the denominators. Copy 6, and then the factored form of x squared minus 4 are x minus 2 times x plus 2. Minus 2 over the factored form of x squared minus 5x plus 6. And these are x minus 2 times x minus 3. With that, from this given factored form, let us get the LCD. So from the denominators, let us take x minus 2, another x plus 2. We also have here x minus 2, but we will not get it because we already have x minus 2 here. And then lastly is x minus 3. This is now the LCD of our given rational expression. Now, given this LCD, we can now have this given as a single rational expression. Having the LCD at the denominator, so we have x minus 2 times x plus 2 times x minus 3. The purpose of the LCD is our this will be our dividend. So we have, and the denominators, our divisor. So what we have now is to divide x minus 2, x plus 2, and x minus 3 by x minus 2 times x plus 2. Okay, to show you, we'll have x minus 2 times x plus 2 times x minus 3 over the denominator x minus 2 times x plus 2. With this, simplifying this will give us x minus 2 over x minus 2 is 1, x plus 2 and x plus 2 is also 1. So what we have is x minus 3. This x minus 3 will be multiplied to 6. So this will now be 6 times x minus 3. Following by minus. And then again, same process. X minus 2, x plus 2 over x times x minus 3 over the denominator x minus 2 times x minus 3. Let's divide it again. X minus 2 and x minus 2 is 1. We don't have x plus 2 at the denominator, so let's proceed to x minus 3. X minus 3 is 1. So what we have is x plus 2. This x plus 2 will be multiplied to 2. 2 times x plus 2. And from there, we will distribute 6 to x minus 3, negative 2 to x plus 2. So that's why we have 6x minus 18 minus negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times 2 is negative 4 over x minus 2, x plus 2, x minus 3. And they're the same. After that, let's combine similar terms. Similar terms are 6x minus 2x will give us 4x. And negative 18 minus 4 is negative 22 over x minus 2, x plus 2, and x minus 3. This is now the reduced rational expression. That is how to add or subtract rational expressions with unlike denominators. Now that we are done with simplifying rational expressions, we can now move on to solving rational equation. To solve for rational equations, we will follow some steps. Let's start with the given x minus 3 over x squared minus 25 plus 1 over x plus 5 equals 1 over x minus 5. The first step is to find for the LCD. To find for the LCD, we will just get the factored form of the denominator. X plus 5 and x minus 5 are already in its simplest form. X squared minus 25 is factorable, and its factors are x minus 5, x plus 5. So we will just copy x plus 5 and then x minus 5. From there, we can get the LCD. Picking it up from the given denominators, we have x minus 5 then x plus 5, then x plus 5 is already here, and another x minus 5 which is already present at the LCD. So this is now the LCD. After that, multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. So we will multiply both sides of the equation by the LCD. We have x minus 3 over x squared, let's have x minus 5, the factored form, x plus 5 plus 1 over x plus 5 equals 1 over x minus 5. We will, as step number 2 says, multiply both sides by the LCD. So the LCD are x plus 5 and x minus 5. Or x minus 5, x plus 5. That's the same. From that, apply the distributive property and simplify. So we will just distribute, multiplying the LCD to each term, and also this one. So to multiply that, we'll have, and applying the distributive property, we'll have x minus 5 times x plus 5 times x minus 3 over x minus 5, x plus 5, plus LCD again, x minus 5, x plus 5 times this one, 1 over x plus 5, equals LCD again, x plus 5, x minus 5 times the last one, 1 over x minus 5. The LCD can be interchanged. Naman napapansin nyo, nagkakabaligtad. Kanina, x minus 5, ginawa ni ma'am, x minus 5. Pagdating dito, naging x plus 5, x minus 5. They can be interchanged kasi product naman ang pinag-uusapan dyan. Parang 1 times 2 is the same as 2 times 1. 3 times 2 is the same as 2 times 3. So, yung factors na yan, pwede silang magkabaligtad. So, let us now simplify. We'll multiply it. When we multiply, syempre, since multiplication yan, we can simply divide those that can be divided. So, x minus 5 and x minus 5 is 1. X plus 5 and x plus 5 is also 1. So, what we have here, the product of this portion is x minus 3. Plus, x minus 5 times x plus 5 times 1 over x plus 5. X plus 5 and x plus 5 can be divided. So, we have 1 times x minus 5. Answer is x minus 5. Equals x minus 5 and x minus 5 is 1. And we have 1 times x plus 5. The answer is x plus 5. Combining like terms, we have 2x minus 8 is equal to x plus 5. And since our aim is to solve for x, we will have 2x minus x is equal to 5 plus 8. This will be positive 8 since from left to right. And this one, positive x, is negative x since it is from right to left, adding addition property of equality. So 2x minus x is x, 5 plus 8 is 13. This is the value of x. Last step is to check whether the value by substituting into original equation and reject any extraneous roots. Extraneous roots, ito kasi yung mga roots na although nakuha natin siya through solution, when we substitute it to the original given, hindi nagsasatisfy doon sa original equation. So let us check if 13 is really a solution or an extraneous root. So if x is equal to 13, coming from x minus 3 over x squared minus 25 plus 1 over x plus 5 minus 1 over x minus 5. You just have to make sure that you copy the correct equation. Okay, then substitute 13. 13 minus 3 over 13 squared minus 25 plus 1 over x plus 5, 13 plus 5 minus 1 over 13 minus 5. So we have here 10 over 13 squared is 169 minus 25. So we have 144 plus 1 over 18 minus, this is equals 1 over 8. Adding 10 over 144 plus 1 over 18 gives us 1 over 8 equals 1 over 8. Since 1 over 8 is equal to 1 over 8 and this is true, therefore, x equals 13 is a solution. Wala siyang extraneous roots kasi wala naman ibang value ni x. So, ibig sabihin, solution talaga si 13 dahil nag-equate yung dalawang equation nung sinubstitute ko si 13. Ganyan mag-solve ng rational equation. For example, 2 over x squared minus 1 minus 1 over x minus 1 equals 1 half. First is to identify and find the least common denominator. So, kuhanin natin ang mga factored form ng denominators natin. Ang x squared minus 1 ay factorable. X minus 1, x plus 1. Ang x minus 1, factored form na yan. Hindi na yan pwede i-factor out. Then 2. Tapos, kuhanin na natin ang LCD mula dyan. Maglista na tayo. X minus 1, x plus 1. May isa pa ulit x minus 1 pero meron na akong x minus 1 dito. Okay na yon. Tapos 2. Siyempre, lista natin si 2. Much better kung ang 2 ay nasa unahan. From that, let us multiply both sides of the equation by its LCD. So, ayan na, kopyahin natin yung buong given. Factored form na ang ilagay natin ng x squared minus 1 para mas madaling mag-divide mamaya. Minus 1 over x minus 1 equals 1 half. I-multiply natin to sa LCD natin na 2 times x minus 1, x plus 1, tsaka 2 times x minus 1, x plus 1. Pag nag-multiply tayo, we will have 2 times x minus 1 times x plus 1 times yung 2 over x minus 1, x plus 1 minus LCD ulit 2 times x minus 1, x plus 1 times ito 1 over x minus 1 equals LCD ulit 2 times x minus 1, x plus 1 times 1 half. Wala akong nilagay na over ha, kasi ibig sabihin multiplication lahat ang process niyan. Di lang kasya. So, ito over 1. So, pag minultiply ko numerator, denominator, pwede ako mag-divide. X plus 1 and x plus 1 is 1. X minus 1 and x minus 1 is 1. 2 times 2, 4. Nag-distributive property na ako. Step 3 na tayo. Minus ito. X minus 1 and x minus 1 is 1. So, meron tayo negative 2 times x plus 1 times 1. So, meron tayo ditong minus 2 times x plus 1 times 1. Ito pa rin naman yon. Equals 2. 1 half. So, ang 2 tsaka 2 cancel. So, what we have here is x minus 1, x plus 1. So, therefore, distributing negative 2 to x plus 1 and multiplying x minus 1, x plus 1, we have 4 minus 2x minus 2. Negative 2x, negative 2 equals, ang product nito ay x squared minus 1. Since our aim is to check and find the solution of the values of x, let us put the given at one side of the equation. So, dahil x squared to, nandito yung may highest exponent na x, lahat ng to ilagay natin sa kanan. So, ang matitira dyan, 0, x squared, isunod natin yung may variable na x, plus 2x, plus 2x kasi mula sa kaliwa pupunta sa kanan, minus 1, plus 2, and then minus 4. Yan ha. Minus 1, plus 2, minus 4. So, 0 is equal to x squared plus 2x. Ito, negative 1, negative 4 is negative 5, plus 2, since unlike sila, negative 5, plus 2, unlike sign sila, so subtract. The result is negative 3. So, meron na tayo ngayong quadratic equation. Ang sunod natin, mag-factor out tayo kasi kailangan nating ma-solve ang x. So, 0 is equal to the factored form of x squared plus 2x minus 3. Factor ng x, x and x. Factors ng negative 3 na magbibigay sa atin ng positive 2. So, 3 at saka 1. Since positive 2 ito, at negative 2 at negative 3 ito, ang factors natin ay unlike sign. Since positive 2 nasa gitna, ilagay natin ang positive sa 3 sa mas malaking number at saka yung negative 1 dito. Para negative 1 times 3 is negative 3. Kapag multiply natin ang negative 1 times x is negative x. Tapos, positive x times positive 3 is positive 3x. Kapag inad natin, that's positive 2x. Kaya tama. Since both are equal to 0, we can now equate this into 0 para mahanap natin ang x. X minus 1 is equal to 0. So, x is equal to positive 1. And then, ito yung isa sa root. X plus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to negative 3. Ito yung isa sa root. Pero, we have to check for the extraneous root. Sigurado ba tayo na roots itong dalawang to? For us to check if there are really a solution of the given equation, let us check. Checking. If x is equal to 1, idiretso na natin siya. 2 over x squared minus 1. 1 squared minus 1 minus 1 over 1 minus 1 equals 1 over 2. Dito pa lang makikita mo that 1 minus 1 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Ang mangyayari dyan, 2 minus 1 is 1 over 0 equals 1 half. Undefined ito. Undefined dahil naging 0 ang denominator. Pag ganito, hindi na natin itutuloy ang pagsusolve na yan. And we can say that 1 is an extraneous root. Extraneous root. Ibig sabihin, hindi siya kasama sa root. Kahit na nasolve natin siya. I-check natin kung ang negative 3 ay totoong solution ng given equation. If x is equal to 3, having this 2 over 3 squared, 9 minus 1, minus, ito yung sinusundan ko, minus 1 over 3, negative 3 pala. So, 9 pa rin yan because negative 3 times negative 3 is still positive 9. And then, negative 1 or minus 1 over negative 3 minus 1 equals 1 half. So, this will be 2 over 8. Negative, negative. Kasi ito magiging negative 4. Magiging negative 4 ito. Itong nasa baba. Negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. Negative 1 over negative 4 is positive 1/4. Equals 1 half. Pag sinimplify mo tong 2/8, that's also 1/4 plus 1/4 equals 1 half. Diba ang 1/4 plus 1/4 ay 1 half equals 1 half. Since nag-satisfy siya Therefore, negative 3 is a solution. That's how we solve for rational equation. Moving on to rational inequality, we have here the given inequality 3 over x minus 2 is less than equal to negative 1. Ito yung given natin. The first step is to put the rational inequality in general form such that r over x over q of x is greater than to 0, where greater than can be replaced by less than equal, and greater than equal to. So, depende sa given. Ang kailangan lang, maging standard form muna siya. Yung nasa kanan niya ay equal to 0. Kailangan niya maging single. So, we have, maging general form natin, 3 over x minus 2 plus 1 is less than equal to 0. Ayan, nasa general form na siya. After natin siyang ma-general form, we will write the given inequality into a single rational expression on the left side. So, parang kanina yung pagsisimplify natin ng rational expression. So, for us to simplify and make it a single expression, we have to get the LCD. Ang denominator ng 3 ay x minus 2, so kuhanin natin yung x minus 2. Ang denominator ng 1 ay 1, so times 1, so therefore x minus 2 lang. And then, after that, dahil alam na natin yung LCD niya, gawin na natin or isulat na natin siya into a single rational inequality. So, let us write the x minus 2 at the denominator. X minus 2 divided by x minus 2 is 1 times 3 will give us 3. Then, following the plus sign, x minus 2 divided by 1, kasi ang denominator ng 1 ay 1. X minus 2 divided by 1 is x minus 2 times 1. We have here x minus 2. And of course, less than equal to 0. And then, let us simplify this further. This will give us x, copy x. 3 minus 2 is 1 or positive 1 over x minus 2 less than equal to 0. So, nasa single rational expression ka na. After nyan, set the numerator and denominator equal to 0 and solve. The values you get are called critical values. So, ito na. We will now have x plus 1 is equal to 0. Isa sa critical value natin, x is equal to negative 1. Isa to sa critical value. X minus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to positive 2. Isa to sa critical value. Saan nakukuha yung critical value? Itong critical value, since inequality tayo, ito yung magiging point kung saan kukuhanin natin yung intervals or madi-divide natin yung ating number line into regions dahil sa critical values natin. So with that, lagay natin yung 0. I-locate muna natin kung nasaan ang 0. And then, locate na natin kung nasaan si negative 1. Negative 1 is here. Ang positive 2, syempre, nasa kanan ng 0. 1, 2. And thus, using these critical values, ito yung magiging divisor natin. O taga-divide ng regions. Makakabuo kasi tayo ng regions base sa critical values natin. Itong region 1, ito kasi yung 2 natin. Ito yung region 2, at saka ito yung region 3. Sa region 1, ang x natin ay, since meron tayong may equal sign tayo dyan, lahat ng papunta sa left, so less than equal to negative 1. Dito sa gitna, less than equal to 2, but greater than equal to negative 1. later check natin kung kasama sa solution itong mga critical values. Tapos dito, x is greater than equal to 2. First na gagawin natin, i-check natin kung ang mga critical values natin ay kasama sa solution. So, iti-test natin siya mula sa given. So, if x is equal to negative 1 muna gamitin natin. So, galing dito, 3 over negative 1 minus 2, ito yung sinusundan ko, less than equal to negative 1. 3 over negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3, less than equal to negative 1. 3 divided by negative 3 is negative 1, less than equal to negative 1. Tatanungin mo ngayon, true or false ba to? Ang sagot dito ay true. Dahil true yan, ibig sabihin, ang negative 1 ay kasama sa solution. So, ang shade mo dito ay solid. Kasi kasama siya sa sagot. How about positive 2? If x is equal to positive 2, gamit to, 3 over 2 minus 2 is less than equal to negative 1. Dito pa lang, 3 over 0 is less than equal to negative 1. Undefined. So, ibig sabihin, 2 is not part of the solution. So, open circle lang siya dyan. Tapos, kailangan kong burahin yung mga equal na nilagay ko sa tabi ng 2. So, less than lang yan. Itong nasa 1 ay dapat na equal kasi kasama ang 1 sa solution. Now, from these regions, kukuha tayo ng mga points na ipang-titest natin para masabi natin kung ang region na yan ay solution. Sa region 1, kuha tayo ng point. Ang kuhanin natin yung pinakamalapit sa negative 1. Negative 2. Dito, sa region 2, sa gitna, since nandyan ang 0, kuhanin na natin ang 0. And then dito sa region 3, kuhanin na natin ang 3. Ito ngayon ang gagamitin natin pang test. Kung ang region 1 na to ay kasama sa solution, itong region 2 na to ay kasama sa solution, at ang region 3 kasama ba sa solution? So, from there, let us start with if x is equal to negative 2. Is region 1 part of the solution? Let us check. So, galing ulit dito, 3 over negative 2 minus 2 is less than equal to negative 1. 3 over negative 4 is less than equal to negative 1. True or false ba to? Ang sagot dyan ay false. Kasi ang negative 4 ay mas malaki sa negative 1. Ay negative 4. Negative 3/4 is bigger than negative 1. Kaya false yan. Kasi kung sa number line ka magbabase, kung ito yung 0, ito yung negative 1, ang negative 3/4 ay nandito lang. So, ang number na mas malapit sa 0 ay mas malaki kaysa dun sa mas malayo. So, this one is false. So, hindi ito kasama sa solution. So, this region 1 is not part of the solution. Let us test the second region. Sa second region, ang pang-test natin dyan ay 0. Gamit ulit ito, 3 over x 0 minus 2 is less than equal to negative 1. 3 over negative 2 is less than equal to negative 1. 3 over 2. 3 over negative 2. Ang 3 over negative 2 ay negative 1 and 1 half. Okay, balik tayo sa number line. Sa number line, ito ang 0, ito ang 1, negative 1, ito ang negative 2. Ang negative 3 over 2 ay nandito. Negative 3 halves yan. So, ibig sabihin, mas malaki ang negative 1 kaysa sa kanya. So, tama to that 3 over negative 2 is less than negative 1. So, this is true. Therefore, this is part of the solution. Guhitan natin. I-broaden natin yung part na yan. Open circle lang to kasi ang 2 ay hindi kasali. Ang last nating i-check ay ang region 3, kung nasaan ang 3. So, if x is equal to 3, gamit ulit to, 3 over 3 minus 2 is less than equal to negative 1. 3 over 1 or 3 is less than equal to negative 1. Siyempre, maling-mali na yan. Kasi mas malaki ang 3 kaysa sa negative 1. So, this is false. Therefore, hindi siya solution. So, ang shade mo, ito lang talaga. With that, ang solution niyan ay, pwede mo tong isulat, itong sinulat ko sa taas, x such that x is less than 2 but greater than or equal to negative 1. Or yung interval notation na negative 1, 2. Ang ilalagay mo sa tabi ng 2, since hindi kasama si 2 sa solution is just a parenthesis, ang ilalagay mo sa tabi ng negative 1 dahil si negative 1 ay kasama sa solution ay bracket. This is the answer. Either of the two is acceptable. That is how to find the solution in a rational inequality. So we have here the set and interval notation. So these are the interval notations, the one I wrote a while ago. So these are the representations. The inequality descriptions, yung sinulat ko din kanina sa region 1, 2, and 3. Tapos kung i-graph mo, ganito. Ganito yung graph niyan. And for your activity, here are the activities given. Then later on, I will post it in our G class, wherein you can post your answers. This is the number 2. Mag-screenshot na. This is the number 3. This one is 0, 3 over 4. Number 4. And lastly, the activity number 2. So those are the activities that you're going to answer. Write down your name at the comment section. So that's all for today. My reference is the ADM copy of the General Mathematics. That's for now, and see you next time. This is Juliet B. saying goodbye. Don't forget to like and share my video and comment on the comment section with your name and section. Goodbye.